Hey guys, Paul here on Paul's Path. Missed yesterday. It was busy doing some AA stuff. Do a lot of AA stuff. So we're going to do a little step 2 out of the 12 and 12, but we're also going to do a little bit out of the big book because the big book really does a good job on it too, you know, and so does the 12 and 12. But I'm going to combine them both, you know. So step 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves, okay, not less than ourselves, but a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity, okay? Now I'm going to start out with this paragraph here. It says, over here in 43, it says, where'd my glasses go? Over here in 43, it says, once more, they're going to summarize. The alcoholic at certain times has no effective mental defense against the first drink. Except in a few rare cases, forget about the rare cases, neither he nor any other human being can provide such a defense. His defense must come from a higher power. Okay? You look over on page 45. Lack of power, that was our dilemma. So if lack of power is your dilemma, if powerless is your problem, the solution has to be power. Okay? A higher power. We had to find a power by which we could live, and it had to be a power greater than ourselves, obviously. But where and how are we to find this power? Well, that's exactly what this book is about. Its main object is to enable you to find a power greater than yourself which will solve your problem. Okay? So, what that means is you're going around not too spiritually fit. You're going around restless, irritable, discontent. It's all about you. You're selfish and self-centered. And you're not relying on a higher power. You're not relying on anything, you know. And some people don't believe in a higher power. And where does it really say believe in a higher power in step 2? Doesn't it kind of say believe you can be sober? Isn't any AA meeting evident of that you can be sober? Like whether you believe in God or not. If there is no God and they're staying sober, I'm going to do what they do. If there is a God, I better find him too. But if I just do what they do because we're blocked off by God, it's like a diamond in the bottom of a garbage can. And there's a whole bunch of garbage on. We can't see the diamond. But how do we get a conscious contact with that diamond? We start removing the junk, the character defects, shortcomings. And all of a sudden, you get this higher power that just kind of gradually flowed into you, you know? So where are we going to find it? Okay, so where are we going to find it? Okay, let's talk about where we're going to find it. So over here on page 55, it says, actually, we were fooling ourselves, for deep down in every man, woman, and child is the fundamental idea of God. It may be obscured by calamity, by pomp, and worship of other things. But in some form or other, it is there. For faith in a power greater than ourselves is a miraculous demonstration of that power in human lives. Our facts as old as man himself. Now, we finally saw that faith in some kind of God was a part of our makeup, just as much as the feeling we had for a friend. Sometimes we had to search fearlessly. Step 4, right? But he was there. He was as much a fact as we were. We found that great reality deep down within us. And the last analysis is only there that he can be found. So where are we going to find him? Inside. We're going to remove all the stuff that's blocking us from inside. Okay? But how are we going to find him? We know where he's at. How are we going to? So if you go to page 58, it says how it works. You can scratch that out and say, how am I going to find it? How am I going to find a power greater than myself to solve my problem? That's what how it works basically means. How am I going to find a higher power to solve my problem? Now, if we had to believe in a higher power and have faith in a higher power and pray to a higher power and believe in God on step 2, why would the book say where and how are we going to find it? That's exactly what the book is about. We're not supposed to have God in our life yet. This is exactly what the book is about. The book is going to get you to that God within you. It's covered up right now. It's not about believing in God. It's about believing, can you be sober? And any AA meeting is evident that you can be sober. That's how you got to believe that you can be sober. If you do what we do, if you thoroughly follow our path, you know. And that's where he's at. He's down inside us. And how are we going to find him? Just read how it works. How it works and into action, and you're going to find him. And all of a sudden you're going to change, and you're going to have a higher power. I don't know what's going to be, but he's down inside you. I guarantee you that. And right now he's covered up with a whole bunch of garbage. A whole bunch of resentful, restless, irritable, discontent, worried about money, worshiping this, worshiping that, worshiping her, worshiping him. But he's down there. He's down there. Now you go to the 12 and 12. It says, this is interesting stuff. First, Alcoholics Anonymous does not demand that you believe anything. All of its 12 steps are but suggestions. Second, to get sober and to stay sober, you don't even have to swallow all step 2 right now. Looking back, I find that I took it piecemeal myself. This is a sponsor talking to a sponsee. Third, all you really need is a truly open mind. Just resign from the debating society and quit bothering yourself with such deep questions. We don't even know the questions, let alone the answers when it comes to God. As whether it was the hen or the egg that came first, okay? Now over here in 27, I like this read. The minute I stopped arguing, I could begin to see and feel right there. Step 2, gently and very gradually began to infiltrate myself. I can't say upon what occasion or upon what day I came to believe in a power greater than myself, but I certainly have that belief now. I do too, after I went through all 12 steps. Now, how do we acquire it? Oh, to acquire it, I had to stop fighting, and I had to practice the rest of the AA's program as enthusiastically as I could. So we're going to acquire it by working the rest of the steps. You don't have to worry about a higher power or 2. You just have to believe you're going to be restored to sanity. And it's going to be through a higher power that you're going to find by working the rest of the steps. You see? Very simple. Don't get in too much into God and stuff. You work the steps, and you'll be doing God's will. You'll be doing God's will. You'll be thinking about others more than you're thinking about yourself. You won't be so restless, irritable, discontent. And you will believe there's a higher power because you're going to have a personality change sufficient to recover from alcoholism. And you're going to see things differently. And you're going to realize there is a higher power. But it's been blocked off. And boy, did I remove it in 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'll continue to do it today in 10 and 11, you know. So don't get hung up on the believing in God. Just believe you can be sober. Move on to 3. 3 is going to be easy because it's going to be a decision between 1 and 2. No door number 3. Talked about it 100 times. Insanity or death, or live life on a spiritual basis. And to live life on a spiritual basis, you don't have to start out believing in God. You just have to do spiritual action. Like go talk to somebody, ask them how they're doing, see if they want to open up the big book and get a coffee. That'll save your life. That right there would save your life and his life. That's how AA started. Bill and Bob went to the 3rd guy in the hospital bed. They opened up the book. Spiritual action. They died sober. Both men died sober. So you got to explain it. You got to talk about it, but you got to remember that the hoop you got to jump through is a very wide hoop. It's not a big deal. Step 2. Just believe the obsession can be lifted, and you'll find out how later when you work the rest of the steps. All right. And listen, I want to thank everybody for donating. So many people have donated, and it really helps me because all I do is AA, and people are buying me a coffee, and people are Zelling me, and it just helps me a lot to be able to do this. And I did AA all day today, and I got 28 sponsees, and you know, I just really thank everybody, and I get emotional a little bit when I see it. But anyway. That's all I got, guys. Just thank you so much, and thanks for watching. And I just hope I'm helping somebody. You know, just hope I'm helping somebody. That's all I want to do is help people. That's the spiritual awakening I had, man. I used to have a lot of money and all that. It almost killed me. I'm not looking for money. I'm looking to see if I've been restored to sanity. I know the medicine. I'm seeing if I can find somebody else that wants to know how to be restored to sanity because I already did it. I know exactly how to do it. If you want one-on-one coaching, call me up. If you're shy or whatever, email me. But for a very small amount, and the first call is free. I will go through the steps with you, half an hour at a time, one-on-one, Zoom, video, Facebook, WhatsApp, video, doesn't matter. I will go one-on-one. Doesn't matter. Okay, so give me a call or give me a text or call me, or my number is going to be in the information below or beside it or whatever. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks to everybody. I love you all, and I'm out.